Hey, my name's Brock. This is Jack over here, and today we're going to help you solve the problem of making your chicken too tough to chew. So how are we going to solve this problem? By measuring the elastic modulus of our chicken.
The elastic modulus.
The elastic modulus.
So what we got here is we've got our handy dandy ruler. Yeah, we're going to use to measure our little samples we got here to show
of chicken
what we're going to start out with. And then we've got oil that we're going to cook the chicken
Lots
in.
of oil.
Lots of oil. Can't have too much oil. Then we got our nice herb garlic marinade.
Very classy, very fancy.
We're going to see if this tenderizes your chicken or makes it tougher.
Too tough.
We've got this nice little beer glass here full of water.
Water.
We're going to use this. Water's important, but
Water
we're going to use this. We're going to use this to see how far the chicken actually decresses when we put it on top.
That's right.
And most importantly, we've got our chicken.
Our Purdue chicken, and don't worry kids, this chicken is safe. And the chicken that was used in this was not abused in their cages.
No chickens were harmed in the filming of this.
That's right.
But right now, we got our samples. Take a look at these beautiful samples right here. Look.
Can't wait to eat them.
This one, they're all cut to be about the same size. This one doesn't have any marinade on it. It's right out of the packaging. This one has been marinated for about 30 minutes. And this one right here, this beaut, 12 hours of marinade.
Of herb garlic marinade.
Herb garlic. So what we're going to see is when we cook these things, we're going to see if the elastic modulus goes up or if it goes down. If it gets firmer or if it gets tender.
Tender.
Alright, before we start though, before we get to the cooking, we need to take the measurements of our chicken. These key measurements. We're going to do the length, the width, and the height. So we're going to start here with our chicken that has no marinade on it. And we're going to go with length. Alright, we got 4 centimeters by 3 centimeters by 1 centimeter. Alright, just for the sake of consistency, we need to make sure these are all good. This one, we got 4 centimeters.
Perfect.
3 centimeters.
Yes.
1 centimeter.
Excellent.
Yes!
Let's go!
Alright, and this one's got the marinade. This one's been marinated for 12 hours.
Moment of truth, come on.
4 centimeters.
Yes.
3 centimeters.
Keep going.
1 centimeter.
Awesome.
Alright.
We're good to go. Now we're ready to cook our chicken.
Now we got some oil in this pan. Some healthy oil. And we're going to see what happens when this chicken cooks. We're going to take it out and we're going to see what changes. But in the meantime, Brock over here is going to do some push-ups.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm. 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106. Oh. Now that we're done cooking, we're gonna go and see what our new measurements are. Sound good to you? Good.
So now that we've got our chicken cooked, we need to measure the height before we can do any sort of calculations to see how tender or how firm they are. So this one doesn't have any marinade, and we got a height on this one of 1 centimeter. This one has been marinated for a little bit over half an hour, and we also got a height of 1 centimeter. And for the one that's been marinated for over 12 hours, again, a height of 1 centimeter. Since they're all the same, we're going to see what the change in the tenderness really is.
Before we go any further, we need to rehydrate. So now we're going to measure the change in height of each of our samples of chicken. Here we go. Here's the one without any marinade on it.
And it is 0.6 centimeters.
Using a 750 gram weight. So now we're doing the marinade for only 30 minutes. And this is also a 750 gram weight. Here we go.
0.7 centimeters.
And here's the one for over 12 hours through marinating.
That's a 0.8 centimeters.
So using this equation to find the elastic modulus, we've actually calculated that in advance and determined that the long marinated chicken was the toughest. As you see here, the plain chicken had an elastic modulus of roughly 30,000. The marinated chicken for about 30 minutes had one of closer to 41,000, and the long marinated one had one of 61,000. And as these show, the higher the elastic modulus, the tougher the chicken is.
So now it's time to talk a little bit about the science of what we did there. So when we put this herb and garlic marinade on our chicken, we were adding an acid to our meat. Because one of the main ingredients in here is distilled vinegar and lemon juice from concentrate. So what this acid does is when it actually sits on the meat, it starts to denature the proteins of the chicken. And so when the proteins start to unfold, they move around and they bond together, which can actually increase the firmness. And so we saw this in our marinade you marinated over 12 hours. The longer it marinates, the more these proteins come together and the firmer the meat got. So actually, if you apply a marinade, you can increase the firmness of your meat, not tenderize it.
And another key part of using a marinade is enhancing the flavor. That's why you need to use different examples of marinades, such as pineapple juice, something with lemon juice, as we said, something with kiwi juice, so that the enzymes in that acidity can go and break down the structure of the proteins in your meat, such as the chicken that we use today.
But marinades, also most importantly, add flavor. So what you end up with the browning reaction, with cooking it, and with our marinade, is a delicious piece of chicken.